losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never.
What's going on,
in my
folks?
lifetime.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports, really sport podcast in all the land. I'm KSpadeTheProspect.
And I'm your boy LaParis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade. Big week of sports happening. Man, the Golden State Warriors still look like the Golden State Warriors. That was the pick'em game last week. But I want to start somewhere else. We're going to start with the NBA, but something else happened. You ready to kick it off?
What happened, bro? What happened?
Man, we gotta talk about your boy. This is your boy. This is your boy. Your boy Blake Griffin breaking his hand on his best friend's face. Now, Spade, sometimes me and you fight, not physically, but we argue.
Right.
Spade, it came with Blake and his friend. They was out to dinner. I'm doing the quote fingers. Allegedly. Allegedly they was out to dinner and something happened and Blake got a little agitated and he broke his hand punching his so-called best friend, who happens to be like equipment manager equipment manager for the Clippers, man. Spade, how do you feel about Blake breaking his hand? And when the Clippers really need them the most, man, he really need them the most.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was about to say, I mean, let's face it, people are gonna disagree at some point. Disagreement may even come to blows, but when you are already not helping your team because you're injured, I don't know. And the reports are they was at dinner. So what the hell? I mean, I'm pretty sure they was eating something delicious. You got up from your steak and went outside and fought and broke your hand over what? I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Was it the bill? You think it could have been the bill?
Hey, maybe. I'm gonna tell you what I'm curious to see though. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, this was before the season even started, but when Matt Barnes went and, kind of made sure Derek Fisher's clothes was fitting him right, they disciplined him. So I want to know what's going to happen right here with Blake, yo. I heard it's going to be some discipline. I want to know what it's going to be. I don't know. It's disappointing for the Clippers. Then again, hell, maybe it's not, because the Clippers kind of look better without Blake out there anyway. So who knows, bro?
That's what people saying. Now, let me ask you, do you think the Clippers should suspend Blake or should the NBA suspend him?
Well, I mean, you would like to see the Clippers do something. The Clippers really should.
Okay. How many games you think?
Give me 2. But, I mean, it's got to be 2 once he's healthy. He ain't even healthy. He wasn't healthy anyway, and now he's not healthy with a broke hand. So, I mean, shit, I don't know. Next year? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's reports that he's going to be out, another month?
Right.
He was on his way to coming back.
They thought he would.
Now he's about to be out another month. Yeah, man. He about to be out another month. So that really hurts them. They may drop or climb in the standings. Who knows? With the Clippers. The Clippers are like that dysfunctional team. They traded Josh. They still got Lance. Lance actually looked good. I think yesterday when he played, they was like Lance may have earned some time in the rotation because of Blake being out. But Blake Griffin gotta be smarter than that. Nothing, and I'm gonna be 100% honest. We could argue all day, but nothing should allow you to come to blows over whatever. First of all, they rich, so he rich. The equipment manager not rich, so I hope it wasn't over the bill. And Blake expected this equipment manager to split the bill. Hopefully, the equipment manager didn't take advantage. I mean, it's a lot of speculation going on out there. I don't want to get into it.
Hey, 9 times out of 10, bro. 9 times out of 10, these disagreements or fights, they be over money, yo. And you'd be surprised. It could be
money or women.
Gambling.
Money or women.
There you go. One of the two. You never know.
Yeah, man. If I'm a Clipper fan, I'm pissed. I don't know.
Well, let's jump over to a different conference. Let's talk about a team in the Eastern Conference that, in all honesty, really been putting it together this year. Looks pretty good. I'm talking about the New York Knicks. Their young rookie, Kristaps Porzingis, looks great. Looks better than most of us expected him to look. Even if you thought he was going to be okay. I don't think many people saw him being this good. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And it's glaringly obvious that this team needs a better point guard. And, some names have surfaced. The Knicks have their name raised up to be one of the teams actively speaking with the Atlanta Hawks about Jeff Teague. Now, Jeff Teague is a pretty good point guard, if I don't say so myself. I know he had I want to say he was in the All-Star game last year. If he wasn't, I know he was Yeah, some of the festivities. I know he did some stuff. And the Hawks are in a situation where they got two really good point guards in Jeff Teague and Dennis Schroeder. Teague is the starter, of course, and I read somewhere that Schroeder said he want to be the man, and if he can't be the man there, he's going to consider going elsewhere. And of course, Schroeder is the younger of the two players.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you is this. For one, is that a good move for the Knicks? And if you think it is a good move for the Knicks, what could Atlanta possibly, what would it take for them to pull the deal? What can New York offer? They don't have much to offer, I'm thinking.
See, that's the problem right there. It would be a great deal for the Knicks. You know, Calderon injured. Calderon, in my opinion, he's a solid point guard, but to me, he's more of a come off the bench type of guy. You know, that second unit type of guy. I don't think he's a starting point guard in the NBA. Some of you guys may disagree, but I don't think Calderon he's a defensive liability. That's why when they play faster, younger point guards, that's why they put Langston Galloway or Jerry Grant in there, man. He's a defensive liability. So if the Knicks are able to get Teague away from the Hawks, I think that's a great deal for the Knicks. Now, on the Hawks side of things, I don't know what you get, man. Maybe Spade. And I mean, you live in the Atlanta area. I don't know if they actually took Tim Hardaway Jr. from the Knicks, and he don't even play.
Right.
He don't even. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get what they would want from the Knicks. Maybe the Lance Thomas dude. I like Lance Thomas. Maybe they'd take Galloway. I guess that point guard. I don't know. I don't know what they want. Maybe they'll take the young dude Grant.
But I don't feel like the Knicks can move Galloway. Like, that don't make them any better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
I don't know. I do know that Teague makes more than Schroeder, so it could be a situation where Atlanta just kind of want to dump his salary and invest into the younger guy. But I don't know. A lot of our subscribers and viewers and listeners, you guys be deep into it. So, hey, if you guys got the answer, let me know. If you Atlanta, you play Atlanta GM for a minute. What would it take for you? Or is it a situation where you like, you know what? The day's going to come where we can't keep both of them. Maybe we do it for a draft pick. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it would take.
The Knicks said, you should have did that last year because the Knicks arrow this year pointing up. So, I mean, a middle of the road pick. I'm saying, I don't know, man. Personally, if I had to choose between Teague and Schroeder, I pick Schroeder. I like Schroeder. I like Schroeder game. I think Schroeder arrow was pointing up. Teague kind of been so this year, man. And I don't know if he's dealing with some injuries, if the trade talk is getting to him. I don't know. But if I had to choose, I would pick Schroeder. I like Schroeder game. But, I mean, if the Knicks are able to swindle that deal, kudos to Phil Jackson because, that's the point guard they need. A dude that can facilitate, knock down the three, can get to the cup, get Melo in spots, and Chris Tapps in spots where they are able to score easily. I think that's a win for the Knicks. But for the Hawks, I don't know what the Hawks want from New York because I'm looking at New York roster, and I'm like, they don't need a big. Atlanta don't need a big. They don't need a dude like Robin Lopez. They don't need a dude like Derek Williams. They got enough of them bigs that shoot threes like Derek Williams with Mike Scott and all those other guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. The trade deadline is coming up, Spade, and it's going to be interesting to see what these teams do with these moves, man.
Indeed.
Spade, I got to talk about a team that's pretty much the top tier in the NBA. But not so much this past week. So the pick'em game last week was the Spurs versus Golden State. Let me just put the disclaimer out there now. I did not know that Tim Duncan was out. I thought Pop rest Tim Duncan the previous game to get him revved up for this game against the Warriors.
I think they had just announced it that day. I think the original plan was for Tim to play, if I understand correctly.
And you want to know what, Spade? It wouldn't have mattered because Golden State went out there. Golden State went out there and laid the smackers down on the Spurs, proved the point, and said, you know what? We here. We here. We ain't going nowhere. We the defending champs, and we came out and proved why we are the defending champs in the NBA. But that's not all. Today's Saturday. We record this late Saturday night. The Spurs done played Spurs done played the Cavs, and the Cavs came out and smacked the Spurs, man. I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge just was named to an All-Star team. A lot of people were saying they don't think LaMarcus Aldridge deserved it. They don't think, you know what I'm saying? And he came out and didn't play like an All-Star tonight against the Cavs, and the Cavs opened up a can on his face.
Sure did.
Is there a problem with San Antonio, or is this typical San Antonio coasting into the playoffs?
I don't think it's typical for them to get smacked like they've been getting smacked. But we talking about Greg Popovich. He's just that guy, yo. I just refuse to ever count this guy out. I refuse to ever count this team out, especially considering we haven't even made it to the All-Star break. We haven't even hit the halfway mark yet. The Spurs, man, we've seen these guys before. They would just let off the gas. I mean, forget let off the gas. They would just bump it up in neutral and coast down the hill. So, I'm going to tell you this. I don't think anybody on that Spurs team wants to lose like they've been losing. But I don't think it's not time to break the glass and get the fire extinguisher. I don't think it's that serious.
I mean, I agree with you. To me, I think it's typical Spurs. I mean, Popovich is one of them coaches. He you know, he's a funny dude. He has that dry humor. Like after the Warrior game, he was like, "I'm glad the GM wasn't in the locker room. I probably would have been fired." Like, who can make a joke out of getting smacked by they was down at one point by 30 points. Like they was getting demolished, and leave it to Pop to make light out of the situation and say, if I was in, if the GM was in there, I'd have been fired. But I think Pop got the team under control. They're tight, they're a tight group. And I mean, I think in the playoffs, like you said, we ain't even reached the All-Star break. And in typical Pop fashion, he could be resting Tim Duncan. They might just be like, "Yo, Tim, we got the second best record in the West. We good. Like take a couple days off, and you know what I mean, get right, get a little bit rest." In typical Pop fashion, and just watch. I see them playing San Antonio. I mean, I see them playing Golden State in the Western Conference Finals, and I'm saying that early.
Okay.
So the way they play defense, I don't see nobody else. I see it's Golden State, it's the Spurs, and it's everybody else in the Western Conference, man.
You know what? I want to deviate from the plan we got.
Hold on. We ain't talking about no James Harden in no Western Conference, bro.
I would like to strong. Man, you use a strong arm every show, just about. I don't really use mine. I got a lot of them saved up. I want to use a strong arm. First of all, I want to tell the viewers and listeners, my allergies are kicking my ass today. So if I sound stuffy, it's because I am stuffy. Okay, let me say that.
Word.
But anyway, I want to strong arm a question in here. Let's be serious for a minute. Now, this is a good one.
All right.
So I was thinking, how far out do we see Golden State being as dominant as they are? Let's face it, man. Golden State has already won the championship this season. Like, they ain't got that far yet, but I don't see a team beating the Warriors best out of 7. I don't see a team beating the Warriors 4 games. I don't think anybody does, barring the injuries. Knock on wood, I don't want to see that happen for them. Bro,
I was just about to say,
if this is 2 years in a row, though, how far out do you see this team being this dominant?
If they can keep everybody together, they can potentially be a dynasty, bro. If they're able to sign these dudes, I mean, everybody want to get paid. And once you win a couple rings, this was like the Scottie Pippen syndrome. I call it the Scottie Pippen syndrome because at one point when Michael Jordan had kind of bounced, Tony Kukoc came to the squad and was making more money than Scottie Pippen. And Scottie Pippen had a huge problem with that. And, it ended up causing some friction after that last championship run. Scottie Pippen wanted to get paid. He was like, I got all these rings. I want to get paid. Scottie went to Portland, went to Houston, went all type of places. He wasn't the same Scottie Pippen, but these guys are going to want to get paid. But as long as they can keep these guys happy and people, the people getting money, getting paid fairly, I think this can be a potential dynasty Spade. It's scary because earlier in the NBA season, I said, man, people talking about the Warriors winning 72 games, 72-10. And if I had to say right now, would they get there? I'm a push. I think they win 72 games. I think they win exactly 72 games, man, because they are beating the jakes off people.
I'm not gonna say that.
Spade, Steph Curry is resting every fourth quarter, man. Like, I don't understand.
He wasn't resting against Ish. Ish was in his ass like two little draws out there. But let me say this. If you look at their roster right now, the bulk of their rotation, because there's some guys that we don't really see on the court that much, the bulk of their rotation is definitely on the books through the 2016-2017 series. So this is what I'm asking you. And I know it's a chance, so I guess I'm going to put you on the spot. Yeah or nay, do you see this team three-peating? In today's NBA, where that is extremely difficult.
Spade. Yes.
I think it's possible as well. And you know, I'm not the biggest Golden State fan, but this team is serious. This team, they are the best team in the league right now. And I'm
gonna tell you what. If they don't win it, I definitely don't see nobody out the East getting it. I don't see nobody out the East getting it. I'm just keeping it real. I would love for Bron to get one for the land, as he's. You know, we got to get one for the land. I would love for Bron to get one. I'm sorry, Bron. I don't see it, homie. I don't see it.
I'm gonna say this, and then we can go ahead and move forward. Golden State, if you guys in between games and you're listening to the best sports podcast in the whole wide world, let me say this to you guys. If you guys don't win this year, and I'm going to even say the 2016-2017 season, I think it's a disappointment. I think you guys...
I agree.
I think this is the best chance for a team to three-peat since the Big Three was in Miami. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you want, bro, you can go ahead and move ahead, man.
We can move on, but I mean, I'm interested to know what the fans think, man. Golden State Warriors that team is always a hot topic. People like Steph Curry. They hate Steph Curry. They like Draymond. Draymond, close your mouth. You my dude, but close your mouth, Draymond. You know what I mean? People talk about this team. I mean, I love watching them play. I stay up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning watching these guys play, man. I love watching Golden State play basketball. I think they could three-peat. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Do they have a chance to run the table 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row? Remember LeBron was like 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
Not 2, not 3.
Yeah, man. I think the Warriors could be that team that's like not 1, not 2, not 3. Especially if they keep that nucleus together, man. Whew. It's scary because it's scary. It's scary. You ready to move on?
Yeah, what else we got? I had to do that to you.
Spade.
I got to start doing that
more. You know what I want to be. We're going to talk about some NFL news, bro.
It ain't no NFL news, bro.
Yes, there is, bro. The Pro Bowl is tomorrow. We gotta talk about the Pro Bowl.
Oh, my
NFL
God.
Pro Bowl. No? You don't like the Pro Bowl?
Nobody likes the Pro Bowl. No. The players don't even like the damn Pro Bowl.
And that's going to lead to the topic, Spade. The Pro Bowl is tomorrow. A lot of players backing out. A lot of players in it. Spade, how can we make, not us, but how can they make the Pro Bowl more interesting for people to watch, man?
I think this is a snoozer. I think it's a very good question. The one thing, and I understand why they changed it. The Pro Bowl once upon a time was played after the Super Bowl. They moved it because after that long season, all the players was ready for the offseason. They was ready for vacation. They was ready to boo up with their wives and their girlfriends and their baby mamas and their side chicks. I get it. But having the Pro Bowl being played before the Super Bowl, the two best teams in the league can't even participate. They can't even send players to the Pro. It's just, I think the timing of it is the biggest thing about it that just ruins it. Then it's not taken seriously. It's almost not football. You can't really hit people. Rest in peace to homie Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor was out there dropping the hammer on dudes in the Pro Bowl. It's just watered down. It's played at a bad time. I think if it was a way you could change the timing of it. You know what would be dope? Here we go.
Don't say mid-season, Spade.
Oh, no.
Don't say mid-season.
I just had a Greg House moment. The light bulb just blowed on. Boop. Check this out. Y'all gonna dig this.
Let's hear it.
So let's say this season right here, right? The season ends. You select the Pro Bowl players. And the Pro Bowl happens during the preseason of the next season. Take the All-Stars from this year and let them play in the preseason of the next year like a warm-up game. I like that better, yo. I like that better. Who wouldn't want to play? They fresh.
Spade, I don't know, because if somebody get hurt in your season before it starts, I don't know.
How they going to get hurt? They ain't even tackle.
Get hurt at the...
How you get hurt in a two-hand touch game? They ain't playing them a two-hand touch.
But I mean, shit, we seen a running back get injured in the sand. So it's
Robert
Edwards.
something from
Robert Edwards.
Robert Edwards from UGA. That was one of the most gruesome injuries I ever seen before in my life.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
man.
right. So you know what I think we just decided right here? Just scrap it. Just
Scrap
make it a
Pro
list.
Bowl.
Just make it a list and say you made it, and it's just a list. It's not a real game. And there you go. NFL.
Babe, I want an all-star competition though. I want quarterbacks throwing darts
like they used to do when they chalk the end of the football. I love that. I got a chance to see Randall Cunningham throw a 70-yard pass in that thing. They used to have
let's
like
see who
a
had
foot
the strongest arm. Yeah, man.
But the league is too soft for that now because the quarterback's gonna say, "What if I throw my arm out of socket throwing that football?" And you're gonna try to get guys to foot race, and they're gonna say, "What if I pull a hammy out here racing these guys?" They ain't gonna do it.
It ain't even that. You wanna know what it'll be? It'll be dudes' pride. Like you think these guys have like a cannon, and then you have some other guy come out there and just chuck it far. They'd be, you would think I think Aaron Rodgers has a cannon. But if Aaron Rodgers, supposed to have a cannon, then you got a guy like Kirk Cousins go out there outthrow Aaron Rodgers.
You like that?
It'll hurt a dude pride.
You like that?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think a lot of guys would want to do that because of their pride. But I would love to see, it's a debate every year. Who's the fastest in the league? Chris Johnson and all these guys. I'm the fastest. I could beat blah, blah, blah.
I actually disagree with you. I disagree.
Go ahead.
I think it would be dope. I think the players are competitive enough that they will want to go show what they can do. I think that's why it worked back in the day. I don't know why the hell they removed it. Why? Why did they remove it?
I don't know, but it's 2016, Spade. A lot of people is concerned about image, brand. Oh my God, my brand took a hit. They're concerned about all that crap, man. Back in the day, it wasn't really no social media. And, people, hey, man, if you out there and you throw a duck in your passcode, man, they're going to kill you on social media. It's a new beast out there, man. And
FBI.
I would love for them to bring it back. But I mean, as far as the placing of the Pro Bowl, I get why they put it before the Super Bowl. It's because they still trying to keep people in football mode. Because
it ain't
after
working.
the Super Bowl, people will be like, but at least you'll get a game before the Super Bowl. I don't know. I know I'm probably not going to watch it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an NBA game on tomorrow. I'm going to want to see. I won't be watching the Pro Bowl. My last point to you, Spade, and then we can move on. How do you feel about the format with like the fantasy draft, Michael Irvin, Jerry Rice? Like, how do you feel about the format?
You ever used to watch In Living Color?
Of course.
They had the two guys, the two gay guys, like Men on Sports, Men on.
Mm-hmm.
So, hated it. I don't like it, dog. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I want the best out of the NFC to play against the best out of the AFC. But I'm going to say this and then I'll move forward. If they adapt your idea, which I love, making it like a skills challenge, it has to go back to being after the Super Bowl, because even if you do that, you still can't send the players from the two best teams in the league because they're in preparation for the Super Bowl. And that sucks. Yeah. I mean, they got some of the best players in the league, which is why they're the two best teams. They should be there represented as well. Anyway, let's move forward, yo.
All right, let's get it.
Football teams and relocation. Everybody in LA is hyped that they getting the Rams. Everybody in St. Louis is not hyped. LePere said you got people melting manure. But check this out. The Raiders want to get in on it too. Everybody know the Raiders kind of wanted to go to LA. Look like that whole thing might fall through. The rumor mill is saying there is a possibility that the Oakland Raiders could soon, well, I ain't going to say soon, but they could possibly be the Las Vegas Raiders. That's got people scared as hell. It goes down into Vegas. I know Yo Gotti said it go down in the DM. It go down on the strip in Vegas. And it's some folks out there worried about these football players with all that temptation. All that temptation. LePere, what you think about it, bro?
Yeah, you know what they say. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's what they say.
Spade, let me tell you something. If the NFL, if that's the only reason the NFL don't want a team in Vegas, then they're naive. They're so naive. Because if you think these dudes don't already go to Vegas and hit the strip and gamble and place bets and mess with, because prostitution is legal over there. You don't think they go over there and...
Not prostitution. Brothels.
The brothels. Yeah, okay. Everywhere else is prostitution. In Vegas, it's a brothel house. It's legal over there. You can pay for sex over there, and it's legal in like Vegas. So, or outside of the Vegas Strip or wherever. I ain't never been to Vegas, but it's legal over there.
Over there.
Listen, over there in Nevada, Las Vegas. But anyway, if they think that's the reason they don't want a team over there because it could potentially lead to point shaving and people throwing games, that could already be going on right now.
Definitely.
What's to stop these dudes from doing that right now? Nothing.
You're right.
So they think, people, it was another argument I heard on Twitter about, these teams can't even, the NCAA can't even stop UNLV for going on the Las Vegas Strip and gambling and getting in the nice nightclubs and, messing with women of the night. Let me say that. Women of the night. What they think they're going to do to the NFL, man? The NFL already, players in the NFL already doing that. What they think? If the college dudes could do it with no money, what you think the NFL players out there doing with all the money? Come on, man. Let's stop being naive in the NFL. Let's stop.
And I get you. I get what you're saying. I feel it. Let me play devil's advocate for a minute, if you don't mind.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Now, those of you listening to this on iTunes, SoundCloud, or UPodOmatic, you might not know this. Those of you watching on YouTube clearly know this. But I happen to be extremely handsome, okay? So check this out. Now, stick with me, bro. This is serious. Here's the analogy I'm painting for you, right? I know anytime I leave my house, I run the risk of being just taken by a female. I'm a married man, so it's safe for me to stay in the house. Can I still, go out there and do wrong? Of course I could. Could I do more wrong living beside a strip club? Absolutely. So just because I run the risk of being taken by a female every time I leave the house, don't mean I should just walk back and forth past the strip club. So what the NFL is saying, do we have some players out there betting and gambling and picking up prostitutes and hitting up brothels? Of course we do. Do we want to move them right in the backyard of the drugs, gambling, and prostitutes? Hell no. They'll be missing practice. Right now, they hitting up the strip clubs and everything, and then they still making it to practice. Bro, if you got to drive by all this stuff to get to practice, some folks ain't going to make it to practice, bro. They not going to make it, okay?
Spade, I don't agree, bro.
I'm just saying.
The NFL is already in bed with DraftKings and FanDuel and all that other crap.
If you want to play FanDuel,
in bed with them. Like, let's cut the crap.
Link in the description.
Let's cut the crap. People, just because it ain't in Vegas don't mean people ain't driving past all them temptations to get to where they... Man, bruh, you telling me it don't go down in the A and Magic City and all them spots in the A? All them
absolutely.
Come on, man.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. Them they still make it to work. And let's not talk about Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas. It goes down over there. Yeah. New York with the Jets and the... Come on, man.
I just try to play devil's advocate, bro.
You're going to always pass temptations and these... Hold on, homie. You're going to always pass temptations and these teams are going to be... these players are going to make... Majority of them are going to make the right decisions, like you said. So I don't think putting them in the backyard will hurt one bit, man. It's all about creating that revenue, man.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'm interested to know what the fans think. Would the NFL moving a team to Vegas, would that hurt the team that's moving there? Because in my opinion, the NBA played the summer league in Vegas all the time. And you don't never hear no issues as of yet about Vegas. Like, listen, man, there's temptations in every state, man.
You're right.
In every state.
You might be right.
So, that's what I think. I don't know. I don't have the answer, Sway. If I'm the Raiders, I want to move to Vegas. If I'm the Raiders.
I bet you do, sir.
Word. So, the Pick'em game. Got to talk about the Pick'em game. Last week was a catastrophe for me. I did not see the Spurs coming out like that and just laying. Anyway, let's move on. We gonna stay in the NBA for the Pick'em game. You good with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
The Pick'em game this week is definitely going to be a Cavaliers game. The Cavs kind of, Kyrie cooked tonight versus the Spurs. So I went through the schedule and was like, you know what, let me pick a Cavs game. So the Cavs on Monday night are playing the Pacers. So it's Paul George versus LeBron James. Greg Hill done dyed his hair back black. So he got that blonde crap out of his hair. Yeah, man. You know, dyed it back black, so he looking back regular. I'm gonna tell you a young stud, Spade. You may have not heard of him. Miles Turner for the Pacers is looking like he's going to be a player in this league, and I'm very excited for this young kid, man. Pacers versus Cavs, Spade. Who you got?
Is this a serious question right now?
Serious question, bro. Serious.
Man, let me tell you something. The next time I'm in Vegas riding by the drugs and the prostitutions, I'm going to stop at a gambling house and put all of my money on the Cavs. And I know you're not finna take the Pacers.
Spade, you haven't seen this young bull Miles Turner.
Oh,
he a beast.
He is one of my FanDuel sleepers. I like the guy. I ain't putting no money on the
he's a double machine, Spade.
Okay, so who you like?
But I'm going to pick the Cavaliers.
Okay, I was about to
pick
say
the Cavaliers versus.
Okay,
yeah, man. You know, to me, Kyrie is greater than Greg Hill. LeBron is greater than Paul George, and I think I love Paul George. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think the Pacers going to have enough to play with the Cavs that night. So give me the Cavaliers in a tight game. I don't think it's going to be no blowout though. I don't think it's going to be like tonight what they did to the Spurs. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a good one. So give me the Cavaliers in a tight one.
Blowout.
What?
Blowout.
What?
Blowout.
Oh my God, Spade! Just the disrespect, man.
No disrespect, man. I got a job to do. When I clock in to do this right here, I take this serious, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no Miles Turner. Yeah. About 15 to 20. Man. I'll put it like this. Double digits, all right? Definitely double digits. I bet money on it.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight game.
All right, we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and close the show out, man. We did a great job on today's show, man. We brought some information. We cracked a joke or two. We're going to wrap it up all in good time. We're about to give away the most prestigious award in sports podcast history. We call it the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. We working on actually making an award. This thing going to be like platinum and gold with diamonds and rubies.
Podcast, baby.
All that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Paris, you on the hot seat, man. Who gets your Strong Arm Performer of the Week?
Oh, I got to go first?
You got to go first, bro.
Oh, well, mine is easy. I'm giving mine to the dude that could potentially be the MVP of the league this year, Russell Westbrook. He had 26 points, 14 dimes, 10 rebounds, and a win over the Rockets. Like, Westbrook is a triple-double machine. He a beast, yo. So for that Russell Westbrook, you are my strong arm performer of the week. Westbrook a beast, man. He beat your dude James Harden. So I know your dude James Harden is not a strong arm performer.
Yeah, man. I was pissed too because James was cooking. He was cooking that game. But I'm gonna give my strong arm performer of the week to a basketball player, not James Harden. Before y'all say anything, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna give mine to the best basketball player in the entire NCAA, Buddy Hield, who played against LSU and Ben Simmons today. It was a hell of a game. They built it up to be Buddy versus Ben, and man, let me tell you about this dude, Buddy, man. He went off to the tune of 32 points, 7 rebounds, and hit 8 3-pointers in that game. For the season, this kid is averaging like 50% from beyond the arc. Seemed to be a great kid, man. Very humble. I think he's the best player in college basketball right now. And for his performance on the big screen for the game of the week against LSU, Buddy, you are my strong arm performer of the week. Look at them guns.
Well deserved. The kid got a lot of potential. He looked like he could have that star potential. You know, we have to wait and see. But he looks real good, man. He's looking like he'd be. But you good?
I'm great.
All right, man. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all already know if you don't want to see our mugshot, you can tune in to our audio podcast everywhere. We on iTunes, UPodOmatic. We on SoundCloud, man. Just get on your phone, download the app. Google Strong Arm Sports, man. We gonna pop right up, download us, listen to us in your car while you working. Hey, while you getting it in, who cares, man? Just listen to the audio podcast if you don't want to see our mugshots. To the people that's new here, bang the subscribe button. Take 2 seconds. Your regular head, hit the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below about every topic. Preferably, I want to know what you guys think about the Raiders potentially moving to Vegas, because me and Spade kind of disagreed on that, man. I think it's temptation everywhere. Spade said you don't want to put them in the backyard. I'm saying put them in the backyard because they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll definitely see you guys next week on another episode of SAS. We'll see you guys next episode. Peace.